Yeah, you pull out your spy gear. It does its range is pretty limited.
It's like using an EKG meter.
If you move in a little more, you could try to use it, but currently it doesn't work at where you're currently at.
I figured he'd just keep it out and we'd just walk through the empty mall with this radar dish.
Is that what your plan is?
That's my plan.
I mean,
you have the stuff.
Can we look around? Like, so he's in the center. We just start heading to the center.
Is he upstairs or downstairs?
He would have known downstairs. Jam would have known.
So near the carousel thing, or?
He is near. I think near
Assuming
the center. It's not exactly over there because it's close to. He is currently near. Like, it's not in the food court, but it's a separate Sbarro's, like the special Sbarro's.
The special Sbarro's.
Separate Sbarro.
Well,
there was. That actually was over the mall in the 90s. There was a Sbarro's upstairs, not in the food court.
We know that there's a we know that he's basically kind of in the center. So let's just be sneaky, use the radar dish, and when we start to hear him, we just get even sneakier, you know?
I bet I could flip your bike.
Robbie turned his bike, like, just completely transformed by this motorcycle. Bet I can kick flip your face.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You hit puberty so good. I wish I'd hit puberty.
Okay, is your plan to sneak? And you get off the bike?
No.
You're gonna sneak with his motorcycle? Yeah.
I'll walk it. You know what I mean? Like, where you're not, like, revving it and running it. You just...
Sure. You walk.
Still makes a fuck ton of noise.
Roll flight, everyone, to be stealthy, or unless you have something else.
I got flight. I'm gonna, if Robbie's got the spy gear thing,
I'm actually, legit, I'm gonna roll brawn because I'm trying to manhandle this motorcycle by not just walking it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9.
If Robbie's gonna use the spy gear, I'm gonna get my talk boy out, even though, you know, just to record it, I guess.
I changed the headlight on my, I changed the headline on my motorcycle to green.
Hell yeah.
I got a 9.
Okay.
I got a 9 too.
I got 13.
Pretty, you guys. Well, what
It's like a Scooby-Doo.
Pretty stealthily enough, you guys begin to make your way kind of towards the center of the mall. And as you get close with the spy gear extended, you do hear a slight shuffling and a dragging from one of the. It's past now the kind of the center pavilion with the escalators. It's a little bit farther towards the other side now.
I'm gonna pull out the wiffle ball bat I had from earlier. And what's funny is, because it was so dark every single time I've looked at it, I don't notice all of Wayne's blood all over the top of it. And it's got like a tooth, like embedded into it. I don't even notice it. I'm just like, okay.
What do you guys do? Yeah, hear the shuffling.
You said he's going up.
Can I use my power to, like, zip over to a position where I can see him, but I'm still concealed?
Before he goes,
okay.
I put a hand on Augie, like on his chest, and like stop him. And I point to I don't know, Spencer's, where there's a generic, like a skateboard hanging in the window, and it's like it's like the band Sublime. Like a bunch of
oh my god, I would love that as a kid. 311 in Sublime.
I had no. So yeah, it's not a Spencer's. You look in the mall as Robbie points up and to the left to it's a local store for skateboards that's local to your mall. It specializes in skateboard decks. It's called Big Fat Decks.
Big Fat Decks.
Big Fat
Deck. Give me that big fat deck.
And I look to him and I point to this blonde. I'm like, Robbie. I'm Robbie. Who am I anymore?
I remember.
You
Skateboard.
Augie, when destiny calls, do you answer?
You ride it.
Oh my boy. You ride it.
You ride destiny. Okay.
And he's just like, guys.
No, he's right. He's right. Dude,
I like set the tires up on like the escalator and like walk it up and just sit on the escalator.
I'm hugging her back.
He
Everyone's just
refuses to like he refuses to
Mike,
get off the
you've
bike.
missed
As
nothing.
soon as he steps off, he won't be cool anymore.
You all stealthily-ish. The stealth factor is losing rapidly, but you make your way upstairs to the to Big Fat Dex. Robbie, you can use a pip if you want to help and have it going for the beginning of this.
Give me my superpower, Robbie.
Can I lift it enough that he can like dash and slide like Mega Man?
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay.
I just with my bike, I turn around, I just like the back of my hand and just lift it up like this.
Yeah, the security
Thank you,
gate
Robbie.
rises, and
Never gonna forget this.
Augie slides his way into Big Fat Dex. There are axles, wheels, 4 decks of all shape and size. What do you
man
grab?
should just
stealing a
rob
bunch
them
of
all.
Sega Genesis down the block.
Why don't we just rob them all?
Inches closer.
Let's avoid attacking the guy. Rob them all blind.
And leave.
Well, everything in a pawn shop and
I jump up. How about this? I jump up and I see the 311 Sublime skateboard that I've always wanted, and I go,
Okay.
no, I need to earn this. And then I put it back up and I leave. It doesn't pass my report.
Eddie's still on the bottom floor, just like looking at all of you like,
You could take a cheap plastic one so Robbie didn't waste
No,
your...
Augie doesn't steal, and this was all his fault anyway that any of this happened. So I feel nothing.
Augie leaves empty-handed as Robbie lets the security gate fall back down.
No, he should ask me like what I got there. Go
You
ahead,
see him
Robbie.
without anything, Robbie.
what the hell, Augie?
I gained my soul, man. I kept my soul intact.
Your
That's
soul
what I
better
got.
kick a mutilated Santa Claus's ass.
They're not swords; they're skateboards. I know he used one as a sword earlier, but
I know it's
Oh,
hard to
we're-
imagine now. Jamie, I just gotta turn to Jamie. I guess it's up to us.
I go to the gun shop next. And we break into Cabela's. And
I
All right, let's go. Let's sneak over to the guy, the bad guy.
I mean, what are we gonna do if we just sneak over?
Let's see what happens. Let's see what
Yeah,
we don't even know what
we
he
gotta
fully left us.
investigate him first before we just make a plan of
You got a
attack.
motorcycle, just run him over.
That's my
But you
plan.
might break the Sega Genesis. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah, if you break the
Hold
Sega
on,
Genesis,
I got
we're
an
not
idea.
friends.
Jamie, what's your idea?
Augie feels bad about stealing, but I
didn't steal.
don't care. I do it all the time. So I think I should go into this. I want to go into the leather coat store that you can smell from halfway down the hall, halfway down the mall, and steal a big long trench coat. We can all get on each other's shoulders, and
Look like
that's
a
a
big
classic
man.
way to attack someone.
Go big
To
mode.
when you're 5 children. We used to do it all the time.
We used to
steal a
attack
trench coat.
people.
You
all
have
the
a trench
time.
coat, sure. You break it and steal the trench coat.
The old trench coat trick.
They have
You
like
open up,
some of
it's
those
5
racks on the outside of the store that has like some of the cheaper wares that they're trying to sell on discount or something. We just take one off. You just see a quick cut of us taking one off the rack and the rack like going like this, and then it's just it's probably me on the bottom, Jamie in
gotta
the
be
middle,
Robbie on the
and then
bottom.
Robbie on the top.
Robbie doesn't get off the motorcycle.
Guys, we're getting sidetracked. I have a bunch of wax for grinding. Let's just make the dude slip like a cartoon. We'll put it all on the floor wherever he's walking. He'll slip on it, and then we'll kill him.
And then
That's a good idea, Augie. Why don't we also just eat a bunch of bananas and put it all the way on and it'll slip off your eyes?
that's what you sound like right now, Augie.
Robbie grabs a pair of leather chaps, puts them on.
Excellent.
We just
All right,
turn around and
boys.
see you doing that.
Tell him we got this show on the road, and Robbie's gonna take off past the guy and turn around to face him.
Okay.
So we're on
Yeah.
his back.
Yeah, you see this man with you. He is extremely gaunt with blonde hair, raggedy, like I described before, scraggly, kind of blondish beard, slightly graying. He's got a large sack behind him that he's just kind of dragging. As you do this, his eyes shift up, but he's looking at the ground when you pass him. They shift up, but a little past you. Like he noticed you, but isn't quite fully in this moment.
Hey, asshole. You took my copy of Gunstar Heroes.
Oh, fuck.
You hear he kind of looks around, just a little bit. His eyes kind of slowly dart around, and then let's see if it works. He opens his He opens his mouth as his eyes go, as you saw before, multicolored rectangles, and a voice comes out.
This is how most stores feel about buying your old video games. This is how we feel. Funcoland, more video games than anybody else at half the price.
Fucking haunting.
And then his eyes slowly move to the left, and as you match the gaze, you see a Suncoast video.
No.
What do you all do?
I guess we're like the three of us are behind him and Robbie's in front of him. Is the idea?
Yeah, you guys are a little bit farther away because Robbie kind of did this on his own. But
yeah, so we kind of like are running up to be behind him to flank. What's in the Suncoast video? Why was that important?
Oh God! Fuck! I don't know. That's a good question. What do you do?
I guess Eddie would, if everybody else is still running forward, Eddie would stop to follow his gaze and see what he's looking at.
Okay. Robbie, do you do anything?
I
Or
pull
Jamie,
out a
Robbie?
Nerf Ballzooka. Hold it up.
It's overkill. You went for the nuke.
It's overkill.
Not one more step, Blondie.
Yeah, he stops. You see, once again, his eyes are these, like the whole thing, not just the pupil, or the iris. Is these just multicolored blocks. And he opens his mouth and a strange staticky sound begins to emit from it.
I shoot a ball right into his damn mouth.
roll flight.
Shooting a Ballzooka? It's a flight?
Not brawn, it's aiming. Yeah, it's a ranged weapon.
Flight?
What about fight?
What about fight?
Fight would work too.
I was about to say, that seems a bit more right.
Or even brains, I would say.
Oh, that's
As a guy who
Not
used to shoot people for fun, as a paintballer.
Yeah,
brain.
with that first shot, it hits kind of right around his jaw. He doesn't seem to react as the ball.
Well, you know,
Oh my
Ballzookas
God.
are pumping him now.
Sure, yeah, we'll roll again in a second. As Eddie's gaze kind of follows into the Suncoast video, you see one of the TVs is on, one of the larger tube TVs that is often doing demos, and you see just this static. And you see the static begin to drip onto the floor as a clawed hand begins to emerge.
Uh-huh.
And then another, covered in brown fur. A massive, hairy creature begins to crawl out of this screen. And you see, hands and then its legs fall out, also clawed. And then you see a tight white collar, a green tie, and a matching green hat as this giant bear smashes through the window of the Suncoast video.
Jesus Christ!
You ready to fuck up some children?
No!
Yogi Bear begins to run towards Robbie.
Robbie, watch out! He's got cartoon powers just like you! At that point, I just warned Robbie.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Robbie's
do we
gonna
all
fight
have
a
to
bear.
get cartoon powers?
No.
We should all get cartoon powers.
Looks like you barely warned me in time, and I turn around on my bike and I charge right at the bear, and I'll use my second pip.
Sure.
Looks like you barely warned me. And
We'll fight or brawn. Either way will work.
That's an 18 on Braun.
Yeah. You, as this motorcycle, you drive right into this thing. The motorcycle impacts this massive bear form, and it stops it a little bit. But Robbie, you in your leather chaps, leather vest, and shirtless form, now your skin hardened. You feel that the tightness of using your ability. You just kind of like cannonball and smack against Yogi Bear's face. You hear a crunch, and you feel blood as you like pass through, like knock it, and then you're landed like about 15 feet from this man who's still in the same pose doing the same thing.
Do I pass through the bear and I have its apple wrapped around my body again?
You feel a crack. No, you don't pass through it. You feel a crack, like something broke on it, and then you land it past. The bear is still
Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Oh.
What do the rest of you do?
Does the guy look familiar to me at all?
He doesn't. He looks like he's kind of emaciated. Looks like dirty clothes, rags. He doesn't look familiar.
I'm just gonna be like, just start running at him with my wiffle ball bat.
Yeah, roll fight.
This isn't gonna work too great. Actually, my fight isn't terrible, so.
Or yeah, I mean you can make
except right now I got a 4.
Yeah. You begin to run towards this man, wiffle ball bat raised over your head, still caked on blood from Wayne. And as you do, he's in the same pose, just kind of standing, this bag behind him. You feel a small heat graze your leg. And as you look down, you see it's like the back part of your calf has a kind of scorch mark, and you can see exposed skin and it bleeding. You're not bleeding; it's instantly cauterized.
Ow!
And you see from a TV back a little bit farther into the Suncoast video, you see a strange. It looks like almost like a semi truck, but shaped differently with purples and reds, and a metallic face holding a strange gun.
Not you two, Optimus Prime. You're all supposed to be the good guys!
We're gonna have to fight the 90s.
Did I hit him with that at all? Like, did I get close, or did I just like drop when I got shot?
You didn't drop, but I think you buckled to a knee about walking away. Yeah. Jammy, Augie, what do you do?
Shit. What about you, Jammy?
I fight 90s with the 90s, and I pull out of my leather trench coat that I stole earlier a Selena DVD, and I whip it as hard as I can. What's that?
VHS.
It's 90s.
VHS, yeah, you can't.
Oh, well, not yet. No, I want to say those were early 2000s when the DVDs came out.
I don't think the DVDs officially come out. Maybe late 90s.
They were rare if they were still.
Someone Google it.
Well, we are in a mall. You stole it from a mall, so if there are DVDs, they would be around. Well, you can say it's a Celine Dion CD.
1996.
1997.
May 1st, 1997, sorry. Yeah.
March 31st.
It's a Celine Dion action figure. Alright, it's a Celine Dion action figure, and it's very big, and it's very sharp for some reason. And I'm just gonna whip it.
Wait, Jamie, I stop him before he whips it. Like, wait, I think we can manifest anything we need from the 90s via the technology in this mall. I'm gonna go up to one of the. Is there a way I can find like loudspeakers that go across that announce things to the whole mall?
There are speakers in the mall. Sure.
Yeah, but I gotta find the area where you can use the phone or whatever to do that.
That's probably not going to be right around here. You could go look for that, but you're not going to be in this scene, really.
Yeah.
You'll be leaving the scene.
No, I don't want to do that. Is there anything near? Wait, there's a Suncoast nearby. They probably sell speakers, right? Like speakers you can attach to your CD player.
Probably something like that.
How about those 90s karaoke machines?
Yeah,
that like every
anything
kid got
like
for
that.
Christmas.
Anything I can attach my CD Walkman to.
Sure. There's speakers.
Okay, I'm gonna run in there and like look for one.
It is dark, and as you make your way into this Suncoast video, the rows of VHS and maybe some DVDs, CDs for sure. You see several of the TVs are beginning to turn on and become staticky, and you see these things emerge. You see this large metallic robot with a gun now looking at you. Roll flight to see how quickly you can find this thing.
Okay. I got a 10, which blows up, right? Or is that a thing in this?
It blows up if it's
10 out
your
of 10.
max. Yeah.
Max.
Well, it is my max.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
But
blow
is
it
it?
up.
Okay. Blew up again. Okay, I got a 22.
Yeah, you with ease you grab these speakers, but you see like these. This thing is now looking at you. This robot, who you would know as Optimus Prime. You see other things beginning to emerge from the other screens.
Just between two of the aisles in the darkness, you see a small shape, and two red eyes, and you recognize it as Boo Boo from Yogi Bear. Just being creepy in between the aisles.
Just staring at you.
Tiny bear.
I don't care. I plug in my headphones. I turn on my CD to track. Like I'm gonna set track 2 of the CD, the only CD I have in my backpack, and I hold up the speaker and everything, and it plays. Why'd you have to go be so complicated? It's Avril Lavigne, and I hope she manifests in some way.
I don't think this would work
Pretty
at all.
good, right?
He for sure doesn't, but this scene is now set to complicated by Avril Lavigne.
I was about to say, I don't know what
just got more complicated than we can't
Things
manifest
got more
our own
complicated.
90s things. We have to
As
deal
Augie
with.
holds the speaker aloft, blasting complicated, you see a brown Great Dane with black spots beginning to charge you, Augie. Its SD tag around its neck glistening in the light of the static. Jamie, what do you do? That's it for you. Jamie, what do you do?
I gotta pee.
Who's coming at me right now?
No one's. You're the furthest behind. You kind of haven't engaged yet, so no one's necessarily coming at you right now. You just saw Eddie is down on one knee after being shot by something. Robbie just kind of cannonballed into a large bear, and this man is kind of just standing with this bag, looking weird, with static coming out of his mouth.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna tear open my puffy that I'm wearing, and underneath I have a Space Jam jersey on, and I would like to somehow incorporate. I just want to jump at him. Like pretty impressively, and just step on his face. I just want to kick him in the face with my jump.
You can vault off me because I'm like kneeling on the floor, and you just like dive kick.
You can roll a. I mean, you haven't really set your stats yet, but you could probably. It's not charm, but you could roll a D12 or a 10, either or.
Oh, okay. All right. I got an 8.
Yeah, you jump off of Eddie's back and you kind of like plant your. You probably have the Jordan pumps probably as shoes because you have the nice shoes, the ones where you can.
Yeah, they're already pumped up. I pre-pumped them.
Pre-pumped the second we got in the mall.
With your Space Jam jersey, and you land a foot on this man's head as he stumbles a bit. His mouth, you feel his teeth kind of click as you close his mouth for a second, and the noise stops. And he falls to one knee, and then he opens his mouth again. But you looks like, and you can, as you jump off of him, you see a little bit of blood trickling down.
Is it normal blood or is it like
It is normal
static?
blood.
Oh, okay.
It is normal.
If he jumped off my shoulder, I'm like, ow, fuck, ah! But then I see that he actually like got the guy down on one knee, and I'm probably close enough to him because of the charge from earlier that I see that he's now looking at Jammy. Right? I assume he'd probably be looking at the last person who hit him.
Well, he's not actually looking at Jamie. He's looking past him. He doesn't really.
Yeah, he's zoned out, but not looking. And like, so I pick up my wiffle ball bat and I just run at him and I try to hit him on the back of the head with it.
Yeah, roll something for it.
Probably fight. That seems right.
Flight could work too, because you're kind of doing it. If you want to kind of
oh,
with
yeah,
him.
I'll do flight because it's a fast. I'm like a bumblebee with a wiffle ball bat. Okay, I got a 12. Plus 1 is 13.
Not bad. You begin, like, pelting him over the head with this wiffle ball bat, and his head kind of keeps reacting. You see, like, blood beginning to pour out of his nose into his mouth as you are doing this, and his, like, you see the test pattern eyes begin to kind of look around. He's bleeding pretty profusely. And then you feel yourself get picked up. Feel something grab you and begin to kind of just float away. But it feels very warm and fuzzy as you see a gigantic Totoro beginning to just lift you off.
I don't know what you are! What is there? As I'm like taking deeper into the mall. Cole would know! Cole would know what this was!
Augie, what are you doing?
So Scooby-Doo is charging at me, correct?
Scooby-Doo is charging at you, yeah.
Can I try and scare him?
What are you going to do to scare him?
Oh, use his character against him.
I'm gonna shake the shelf next to me of items to make a really loud noise and go. I'm the only dog in here.
Roll charm. Probably charm for this.
I can't believe
so?
actual
The only
Augie
doggy
Doggie
in
didn't
here.
come out. Prime real estate.
I got an 8 that blows up, and I got a 3. 11. Sorry. It's not a 2, so it's not 10.
He looks at this shaking and this monstrous expression on Augie's face, and he and he like turns in the air, and his legs just keep spinning like he's about to take off.
Oh man, use the characters against him.
So I stab him in the ball.
Stab him in the ball.
We can use what we know about him against him. There is bleed.
You see me being taken away by Totoro? I don't know what this is!
Can I start ripping TVs out of the walls?
Yeah, you can start doing that. That'll be kind of in your next turn. You can go for it if you want to. But you forgot what you want to do, Robbie?
I guess so. I look at the bear, and I throw a Snickers bar down on the floor by his face. And then I take the rear wheel of my tire of my motorcycle, and I peel out on his face.
roll something for it. Roll the bike. Roll the bike.
A little snackaroo for me.
15.
Hey, Moo Moon, this isn't a picnic basket. And you see, like, Flash begin to, like...
It's extremely graphic, like his skull is shown for a second.
Yeah, you see flesh and fur and bone begin to spray, like, the Suncoast video, the windows, and the tile floor. It is horrifying.
Wait, I feel like Eddie or maybe me, or Tobias. No, Tobias is just standing there getting all this shit all over.
There's a bunch of blood on him.
Dutch camera angle.
Bear lip and fur.
His eyes are wide.
And I peel out, and I stop in front of the Funko Man.
Okay.
Is that what we're calling him? The
I
Funko.
like it, yeah. Funko
That's
Man.
good. Yeah, that's good.
That's what he is.
And I say, hey, you know, at one point I loved you. You were everything to me. Discounted video games. Every system I could dream for was a wonderland. Then I found out who you really are. Monster.
GameStop.
Take my video games and only give me 10 cents in credit for Game Boy games, $1 here and there. All you did was take advantage of us. You used us like some sick, sadistic freak that I see before me. Man giving free candy out of his van. But no more. I know you'll eventually get bought out by some bigger, better corporation.
Better
won't cheat me. Won't treat me the way that you did.
I'm terrified of this
Sorry,
thing's
Funko Man.
mouth.
It's about time we all grew up. I don't know what I do next.
No, you say this speech as this guy's eyes are kind of darting around and the static is coming from his mouth. You kind of see, as you said this, you see like Eddie's beginning to get his head is in this thing's mouth as it's carrying. Jammy, what do you do? It is now your turn again.
This guy's basically dead now, right?
No, he didn't
Or
get
is
his
that
face. It was Yogi Bear that got his face
We
ripped
don't
apart.
necessarily
Oh,
want to
okay.
kill him. We at least want him to stop trying to kill us. Just pointing that out.
Well, I'm still looking at the old man, I think.
He doesn't necessarily look old. He just looks disheveled. He looks like he's maybe in his 40s to 50s. He just looks very disheveled.
Old
not-
by
he doesn't-
us,
well, I think-
our standards, old.
Yeah, he was old by your.
By our standards, he looks like 150.
Yeah, he's ancient.
All right. Well, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to kill him, but I do want to drop. So I'm gonna prepare to whip my frisbee of a Selena VHS at him. But first, I'm gonna yell at him like, "Hey, give us that bag!" and see what he says.
Why don't we just take
Does he say it?
As you roll charm.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you got me there.
You got me there. I just saw what you did to Yogi Bear. Fuck. You're out of the net. We pan to the next day and we figure out Yogi Bear's been canceled. They aren't making anymore. Mysteriously, never on the air again.
What did you get?
I got an 8.
An 8. He looks distracted for a second. Not once again, his eyes kind of exactly focusing on you. But his mouth opens and the same kind of commercial plays out of it. For Funko
Right. I
Land.
forgot about that.
What's the commercial say?
It's about pricing for video games.
He wants to sell the video.
All right. Can I go ahead and whip the frisbee then? Frisbee.
Sure.
VHS?
Yeah, roll what you want for it. Flight, I think, was your highest. So roll it.
4.
I
got 4.
the VHS, like, it gets caught in the wheel of Robbie's motorcycle and just kind of shreds it. As plastic flies everywhere.
I
It's not
was hoping to watch that later.
anymore. Luckily, you're right next to Suncoast Video.
I get an idea as Totoro is swallowing my head, and I like pull myself out, and I just go, "Just get him to shut his mouth!" And that's it.
I think I know how.
Okay, yeah, Augie, you can go.
Are there any video games at Suncoast? I think they had like a few little really used ones because they were trying
They
to.
did in the back, yeah,
It was
but
in the
I think
back
that
and
was
it was
way
small.
later, not in the 90s. I think that was right before
Yeah.
they closed down.
which was still in like the.
Just take one of the movies.
I need something that Funko Land sells, so I'll grab those games. Do they exist?
That's a good question.
They were overpriced for sure. They like did not know how to sell them.
Probably. I don't know. I'm trying to remember Suncoast in the 90s. What it like? I'm trying to picture it.
I'll grab some mixed media, maybe summer games. I'll grab.
Sure,
It
you
definitely
grab
had an NFBIL.
One of them is
I know
for a fact it had-
Dragon's
it
Lair
had-
on DVD.
I'm gonna run over to the
Um,
Funko man,
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw all the games at him and I say, "I want to sell these." To you.
Yeah. Roll charm.
Okay.
It'll be.
Oh, it blows up. 8 plus 4, so 13.
Yeah. You see him as you throw this in front of him. He closes his mouth. His eyes kind of shift back to kind of their normal color, and these things are still around, but the TVs have turned off, and he begins scooping up these Game Boy games and putting them in his bag.
I shoot him in the face.
I throw up my 9, just fucking pop him one.
Can I try and talk to him?
Yeah, it's kind of Robbie. You can probably say one thing, then it's gonna be Robbie's turn. Robbie, ready?
So, do you have any or no? What's a good? No, go to Robbie first.
Okay, Robbie. You now see this man like hunched over, like scooping these games into this bag as Augie is next to you. Complicated is blasting over speakers. I see you're acting like somebody else. Gets me frustrated.
So I'll figure out what's next on that list.
You know, life does get complicated. Things come and go. Just like you, former lover of my heart. It's time to go, Funko Man.
Skater boy.
And I take off on my motorcycle. I'll use my last pip
Okay.
as well. And I'm just going to drive right into him.
Roll it, Robbie. The Robbie special.
Robbie special. It's a 16.
Okay. Yeah. You drive full speed into this man. You see, like, as you begin to approach him with this motorcycle, you see the wheel begin to kind of contort and begins to absorb into his body. And the motorcycle begins to absorb into him, but your Robbie body, massive and hardened by your ability, so impenetrable skin, rams against his head, and you hear a loud snap, and his body falls to the ground.
I hold his head in my hands. And I go back to Robbie's voice. It's gonna be okay. Good night, sweet prince. Off into the gentle good night.
Yeah.
But wait, I still had $3 in store credit.
You also hear the far off one as Eddie begins to fall, no longer propelled by a turbo.
I hit the railing of the top floor, the top of a kiosk, the bottom of like the glass shelving of a kiosk, and fall face first on the floor. Oh my god.
And you are left with a bag full of video games, a broken Suncoast video, and a body of a man.
Again. Not this again.
Guys, I think we need to go.
Grab that sack.
Just grab your second. Get your second. We gotta go.
I get a Sega Genesis out of there.
Okay. You got
whatever games that I had.
Okay. Anyone else?
And then Nintendo 64.
That he didn't have. No, it was stealing. It's on my terms.
Does anyone else take anything from the bag?
No, Eddie just runs.
Okay.
What games do I get?
Roll a d20.
Yeah. I got a 14.
Yeah, you get Ocarina of Time. You get Wario Land for Game Boy. You get one of those cool, like, clear Game Boy colors. You get a Kirby 1. And you get Shadowgate 64.
8 more games. Keep listening.
Every single one of them, sure. You get
311 Sublime's Game Boy.
You get the Michael Jackson Moonwalker game for Genesis.
I steal the shit out of the ball now that we've resolved the conflict.
Robin Flies. Yeah, you get an array of games.
Okay.
As we're running out of the mall, I just turned. Did you guys see that? I almost got eaten by fucking Mickey Mouse.
I mean, do you guys really think it was worth killing a man over these?
You're the one that killed him, Rob.
I said stop him from talking. I don't know what you did.
I thought you said stop him from breathing.
You killed 2 people tonight, Robbie. Tonight. That's just
Tonight.
You killed Wayne, and you killed this guy, and you've killed the one girl, Tabitha, I think.
No, no one knows that. You don't know.
Nobody knows that.
No one knows that.
I know that.
Tom knows that.
You possibly killed one boy, and you definitely.
Tabitha.
I'm gonna head out.
You know what Tabitha's last name was? Doggie.
The actor. Does anyone else take anything else from the bag, or do you guys just run out? Jamie, do you take anything, or?
No. But I was gonna say that I take out a. Suddenly, I put a sword to Robbie's neck, which is an inflatable sword that I won at Six Flags earlier, and I said, "Hey, buddy, we're in this too deep now. We never talk about this. We never talk about the people that died tonight." And you guys, with your bikes and blades, make your way back to, I assume, whose house?
Yeah, real quick, was there anything else in there besides video games when we kind of looked around in there?
As you search through, you do find the cylinder.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'll tag that.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
Whatever.
Was that his power? He touched the cylinder, he became Funko Man? And then he could bring things.
I think that was it.
I think you did it.
Mystery solved.
Which was not when us experiencing it at this moment during the I didn't appreciate what was happening.
I wanted more to happen when Ty stopped having characters come out. I thought it was time for him to die.
Well, that was caused by Augie's move, but sure, yeah, it worked.
I almost had him live.
Yeah, actually, a totally different thing would have happened if Augie didn't do that. But that's okay. Where are you guys going for the night?
Probably. No, Jammies. We gotta go back to Jammies.
We got to go back to Robbie's because we have to plug in the Sega that was stolen because that's the arc here. Come on, guys.
Are the cops gone?
Yeah, as you make your way back to I think you guys can pass Robbie's on the way. There are no cops.
Still
Robbie.
eating our pizza puffs.
The cops are gone. And you make your way into the basement of Robbie's house, hooking up his new N64 as well as the Genesis.
Can we roll to see if we plugged in those red, yellow, and white cables right?
Oh, Robbie knows. I think Robbie knows 100% how to plug those bad boys in.
But Robbie's too distraught from having killed a man, so I'm doing it.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
It's his third person.
This
first
really
one's
was
the
the best Halloween ever.
I make everybody toaster strudel.
Yeah. Eat some strudel, pizza rolls, eat the candy and loose deli meats you got earlier in the night. As you
As the Sega boots up, can I turn to Robbie and be like, Robbie, where are your parents? Where are they? Are they dead?
I look to the loose floorboard in the basement.
Robbie's parents are often gone during the weekend.
Are often gone.
That's
all
why
we
we
get.
hang out there.
Robbie's killed 3 people during the campaign. His parents are just gone regularly.
You guys do
We
anything
have
else?
a real enemy in the a bit closer.
It's a Bugs 3 Robbie. We all play games quietly.
Yeah. Nobody talks. Yeah.
You guys play games for a while.
I fell asleep on the couch.
You fall asleep. Later, when everyone is either distracted or playing games, or maybe asleep, you hear a rapping at the window, Robbie.
Is it Busta Rhymes?
It's Buster Rhymes himself.
Oh no! My deep dark secret.
Fresh off of his Adam's rap success, he's coming to visit
Excellent.
and kill you.
Rapping at my door.
Kill you.
As you go to the window, you see a girl with pretty black hair, a tight dress with a Union Jack on it, and a denoted. She's holding a speaker too. It's playing "Wannabe" by Spice Girls, and you notice her costume is Ginger Spice, the most powerful of the Spice Girls, and you recognize her as Valerie Volko.
Val, you came as my favorite flavor of Spice Girl.
You like ginger, Robbie? I wasn't aware.
I love ginger. You
Certainly
think I could
wasn't
have
baby.
a little taste? Leans
she
over.
smiles and says, "You did say treat." You guys kiss as the camera pans up.
Wait, I slammed my back against the
You slam your back against the wall, but you're asleep. Like you're sleepwalking. Just
boy.
The camera pulls up out of Robbie's house, and we see a couple different scenes. A few streets over, there are 2 high schoolers, one dressed in a karate gi, spray painted bright orange, the other wearing some sort of oddly mutilated football shoulder pads, both of them with hair spiked high to the heavens, as they violently pantomime around each other as they run around the street. A couple blocks over, on a nice porch, Mrs. O'Neill, local history teacher, puts out the candle inside of her jack-o'-lantern. She gazes out this Halloween night and smiles, a cup of warm cider in her hand. We see a young boy, a couple grades younger than you guys, in a brown bomber jacket and a Spider-Man shirt underneath, as he stares into an empty lot where a manse once stood. His eyes narrow, and he cocks his head to the left, before pulling out a small disposable camera and snapping a shot, and running back to his friends. We zoom out even further as we see the whole town, and we see several of these scenes on dozens and dozens of monitors. And that's where we'll end tonight.
What was the karate one?
Kenshin and his friend.
Who was it? Oh, Kenshin and his
Kenshin
friend.
and his
Oh, awesome. What the fuck was that? I got all the other ones, but I didn't get that one.
I like how sweet all the scenes were. Who was the woman sipping the...
Mrs. O'Neill, she was from Reefer Madness. But she was
okay.
also your history teacher in Cracked and Crookmans.
Nice.
Yeah.
I liked how sweet all the little closing moments were. I totally peeled the bear's face off of the
I peeled the bear's face.
Yogi Bear.
Yogi Bear's been canceled.
The murderer got to kiss a girl at the end.
What a redeeming arc.
Kids on Bikes 2, treated to Trickery. Everyone go out and say their name, where we can find you in your favorite moment. Let's start with Jammy.
Hey, my name is Mark Tolson, and you can find me indoors for the next 2 weeks.
Get well soon, buddy. I love you.
What was your favorite moment?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no.
Favorite moment, Jamie?
Yeah, my favorite moment was when Robbie rode his motorcycle on the dude's head, and Tobias got covered in brain. That's cool.
Tobias.
That was a nice thing to picture.
Never the bride.
Augie. You know.
I'm Tom. I am Augie Doggie. It's just like the ending of Iron Man 1. I am Augie Doggie. Even outside of the game. I with this. I enjoyed that the 90s attacked us.
Yeah.
It was funny because I knew it was a biker mice from Mars, but I wasn't sure. As soon as you said there was a motorcycle there and a Bucky O'Hare thing, I'm like, it's gonna be a fucking biker mice from Mars. Like, how do you have the rights?
How do you even get the rights?
There's that, and then so I'll pass it to Chris.
Oh, sorry. My name is Chris. I played Robbie tonight. Yeah. It was nice having everyone playing together. I mean, we miss Jammy. It brings a nice dynamic. Maybe awfully sick, but my favorite moment was probably having Jammy there. So that was good. Yeah.
Me too.
Where am I right now?
I liked it when Jamie orgasmed.
I like that Jammy's mom is the man hand.
The lobster. I guess I'll go. I'm Dave. I run half of the Mythos Mystery Society, and I got a couple really quick shout-outs, though. Tom, your book. You want to talk about that really quick?
Hey, cool.
Yeah, you want to talk about it really quick?
You mean this book?
Yeah, that book.
I wasn't going to cram it down everybody's throat every time we play a game. But I'm cool with this since you brought it up. Yeah, I wrote a book. Go buy it. It's called In the Orbit of Sirens. In the Orbit of Sirens.
In the Orbit of Sirens.
Yeah, it's getting an audio.
That motorcycle bareface scene I actually took from the book.
Yeah,
straight out of the book. Straight out of the book. I literally say Yogi Bear gets his face ripped off by a biker Mike from Mars. A biker Mike from Mars.
A biker Mike from Mars.
Whoa.
But you can get Tom's book on Amazon, and I don't know if you want to talk more about where you can get it.
No, just Amazon's kind of what I'm mainlining. But it's on Barnes & Noble and everything for the most part.
Cool.
Amazon's a big one, though.
And then as far as stuff I've worked on, there's a game called Murder House that's on Steam you can buy right now. $10 or something like that. It's a PS1 styled survival horror game, and I did animations for when you get killed, animations for when you get grabbed out of hiding spaces, and some of the attack animations your main character does. So it's a really fun time. It maybe takes you 2 or 3 hours to beat. Halloween's coming up. Play it. It's a good time. And Ty, we'll go to you.
Favorite moment?
Oh yeah, I got so caught up in shameless plugs. My favorite moment, and I'm gonna consider both parts. Favorite moment, I did really like the Yogi Bear getting his face chopped off scene. That was really good. But I want to say, looking back on both parts of it, I did like the scene where Augie Doggie just fucking almost dies on Dead Man's Quarry. It's just so sad. It starts with everyone being so into it, and then by the end of it, Eddie's literally crying and screaming and telling you to stop.
And I'm Ty. You can find me at Baller on Twitter. You can find me over on Dice Prayer on Tuesdays, where I run a Monster of the Week campaign. We are doing our 21st episode this week. Old episodes are on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. My favorite moment from tonight was Awful Falafel was pretty solid.
That was good.
a pretty solid, pretty solid time. Everyone making stuff up and getting sick, eating rotor lobster, then this terrible restaurant, and then eating static.
It didn't come
I want to say Jamie's mom reveal is now my new favorite.
That was
I
my
thought
favorite.
more people were gonna chip in after I said she has huge knuckles.
That's all we needed. All right, with that, as far as upcoming Mythos Mystery Society stuff goes, on Thursday we're going to do part 2 of The Company, which might be the wrap-up for that as well. And if that's the case, then we've wrapped up MythosCon only a week late. It's fine. And then after that, it sounds like starting in November, we're going to be doing a Cyberpunk 2020 campaign. So yeah. And with that, we are the Mythos Mystery Society, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, it's in the book! And the movie.